obviously, Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, is out of his mind, threatening the whole world. Let me put it that way. The West, including America, with nuclear weapon and Third World War. Why? Because Putin is not allowed to level Ukraine without resistance. Even after Putin refused ceasefire and negotiation for peace, but only to be allowed to level Ukraine, because Ukraine is refusing to be annexed. So, but now the question, why should the West, including America, allow itself to be intimidated because Putin is bluffing about nuclear weapon and Third World War? So, and I say to China, you have a name to protect in Africa and America. Because when I went to America, when I used to go to America in the 90s, up to 2001, I was going to America annually, 2006 to 2001. 1996 to 2001. And most of the things I bought in America were made in China. So the rift between you and Donald Trump, not to say America, you have resolved that to continue the stability of your economy and progress of your technology. Now, a ruffian, a dictator will now mess you up by dragging you into a Third World War that is not justifiable. It's not justifiable because of Ukraine should be entitled to her sovereignty. So you should not just go and support somebody because it's your friend. Because it's your friend, and if your friend is resisting peace and dialogue, you should still support that friend blindly. But the West, what should you do? You should tell Vladimir Putin that if he wants Third World War, so be it. It must not continue to ravage Ukraine, and that you will not abandon Ukraine to his teeth. And that if Third World War and nuclear weapon is what he wants, you are ready. That's the way to answer him. And I don't see any other way, because it will be a shame for an individual to threaten the peace of the world. A world that belongs to God and not to an individual. So Russia now is more powerful than the entire West. I can't understand. This man does not even care what becomes of Russia, because Russia cannot threaten the world with nuclear weapon or visit the world with nuclear war and go scot-free. Otherwise, what will America have to her credit? Germany and others. Pull your resources together. Come challenge. Tell him what he's telling you. Stop war with Ukraine, or we are ready to go to any length with you. Or are you not? Are you incapable of doing that? Will you allow this bully to take the whole world for granted? Because it's not allowed to level Ukraine. Therefore, it's going to declare Third World War. If you don't abandon Ukraine to its cease, and are you ready to abandon Ukraine to the teeth of Vladimir Putin? I don't want to say America, because I believe that most Russians, I don't want to believe that most Russians will support Vladimir Putin. He's using power. As Nigeria's rulers are using are imposing the war against Boko Haram on us, are imposing herdsmen terrorism on us, are imposing so-called fuel subsidy removal on us. We are powerless. It's the same way that most Russians who will not want war are powerless. But my question, you will be intimidated by Russia, the entire West, including America? I don't believe that should happen. Neither do I believe that you should abandon Ukraine to the teeth of Russia, because that's what Putin wants. He doesn't want a ceasefire. He doesn't want any negotiation, but war. Tell the crazy man that you are ready for him. Call off his bluff. That's all you can do. And I don't see how it should be different.